Well, good morning, you all. Good morning. As I adjust my cameras to a place that I wanted to be. There we go. I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. Yeah. Okay, y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome. What was that? Do you? How you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. Welcome in all of you all that may be joining me on TikTok. Thank you. Welcome in. Stay a while. I'm going to be talking about some things. Okay. The topics for today is talking about the fact that TikTok is still bad. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted, y'all. TikTok is still banned. Okay. It is a law. All right, y'all. It is not no bill to be changed. So just let's talk about this. Okay, so we've got some comments that has been checked by TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. We're gonna also talk about Snoop and Nelly performing at the inaugural, and basically how I feel about it. What do I feel about it? We all know what a lot of y'all has to say about it, but we're going to talk about what I think about it. It's according to Akara, right? And then the last topic, we're going to talk about some of these directives. What is a presidential directive? Can it overturn the law? We're going to talk about it here on the morning chat. So let's get on into and start it off with a prayer. Holy Spirit, you are welcome in this place. I yield myself to you to convey messages to your people that so that they can be learned, maybe educate, maybe just feel like they're part of a community, Lord. I pray that, Father, that of the years that I've lived here, I can share some wisdom to the younger generation, open the eyes of the older generation, and correct those of my generation. Lord God, I pray that all my words come with love and is received with love. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay, so let's get into it. We're coming to you. Morning Chat is going live on TikTok, YouTube, and on Fanbase. So I'm gonna need y'all to get in here. I'm gonna need y'all to give me some likes and interact with me. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about some announcements. Okay, we're going to have some morning announcements. This is the morning chat, and I'm going to come with some morning announcements. Now, the first thing I want to address is last week, Monday, I went and I did a video on TikTok. And I said that, and on YouTube, I said that I would be doing my at home with aunties Monday through Friday. And then I didn't give you nothing Tuesday through Friday. And I want to explain to you why. Well, to be honest with you, I feel played by Meta. Okay. I felt very played by Meta. Okay. I felt like I stood on business when it came to Meta. I even deactivated my Facebook and my Instagram accounts aside from one. And that was because it was connected to an old phone number that I don't have anymore. And I just don't feel like calling them and, getting it officially deactivated. So at any rate, and I did all of that to stand on business in support of TikTok. And my dislike, because I feel like Zuckerberg has had a big thing to do with it officially becoming banned. Okay. And allegedly, he put millions of dollars into banning TikTok in order to promote or better Facebook instead of just being a better social media or just accepting the fact that Instagram has its community. And in their community and on Instagram, it is a more polished, I mean, just accept that that's what it is. Okay. And I did all of that only to come over to TikTok. And Meta has its server, is now TikTok's server. I feel played by TikTok as well, because it's like you did all of that and you shut down early. Like I could have believed that maybe it was shut down and then the president helped out with our current president really saved it. You know what I'm saying? Had they shut down at 12 o'clock. I just want to say that. If it would have shut down at 12 o'clock, okay, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't have known there was a change. I feel like we would have known, people who are TikTokers would have noticed the change, but we would have taken it as, okay, well, he might have had to do something. But now I feel like TikTok, the ByteDance was in bed with Zuckerberg and the president, and I felt some type of way. And I wasn't sure if I was going to continue being on TikTok. Okay. So I had to take a moment for myself, the remainder of it, to decide if I'm going to continue patronizing TikTok, because I feel like they sold out. Now, I've posted some things throughout the week on TikTok where I feel like what happened was Mr. Smith has infected everything. And Mr. Smith would be Meta, not Zuckerberg, by no means. Okay, but the entity Meta, Facebook, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And it's disheartening. I feel like I left my mama's house because I was tired of my mama and went to my grandmama's house or my auntie's house, who have the same typical policies. They just let you get away with a few more things that mama won't let you. You know what I'm saying? Same rules and regulations, same mindset, but they just let you get away with. Now TikTok has become my auntie's house. I done left my mama's house. I'm tired of my mama. And I went to my auntie's house. Auntie agrees with your mother. She knows why she told you she did what she did. Okay, it was the plan all along between sisters, that if my daughter decides she wants to run away, you need to be her place of refuge. You know what I'm saying? That way I can still keep contact and find out what my daughter's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I just really felt played. And I think a lot of us were played, but we're making the best of it. Now, what I can say, it did reset my algorithm on TikTok. So I'm getting a lot different for yous, like these educational classes, electives that they're saying, Black History 101, Screenwriting 101, television production. These are things that I'm loving. I love it. I love these Black women on TikTok that are doing their ish. Okay? They're doing their daggone thing on TikTok, y'all. And with the educational thing, and I love that aspect. So it's like, well, I'm not on Meta, but I'm on Meta. So I made my decision that I'm going to continue as long as we still have TikTok for real. Okay? So I'm going to still be here. I didn't delete it from the app. So I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to use TikTok. And if mama is watching over me, Mama Meta, brother Meta, is still watching over me, well, hell, he's already been giving my information to the government anyway. What's the difference? All right. So Last, I want to briefly talk about. I will be returning to shortly. I'm not sure the exact date of some other shows that I used to have on YouTube and on. I did a little bit of was it book talk here, and I really didn't do much on fan base at all with it. But there's going to be some returns of shows that I was doing before, or programming, or whatever you want to call it. It will be Bedtime Stories is going to return back, and we're going to finish up with um, A Savage and His Lady. This is the extended version, which have extra chapters. The other show that I will be getting back to is, well, of course, the morning chats, and continue on with getting back to business when it comes to doing my at home with aunties at the end of the day, Monday through Friday. Okay, so the first topic we're going to talk about is that fact that TikTok is still banned. Yes, child. I know you thought it was not banned because it came back online. Can y'all give me a second? I have to deal with something real quick. Hold on for a moment. Okay, sorry to leave the screen, but I had something I had to take care of real quick. Woo. Okay, so let's continuing on. The TikTok ban is still on. It was signed into a law by our former president, um, Joe Biden. He signed it into law as of April 2024. Okay, if you don't believe me, you just shouldn't. You should go look for it yourself. I Googled it. You can Google it. Okay, it's still banned. Don't get it twisted because it came back online. And if you think I'm lying, go to your local store or whatever. If you're Apple, go to the Apple store. If you are Android, go to the Google store and see if you can find TikTok. TikTok does not exist. They'll suggest every other. Well, for Google, I'm Android. Google will suggest any other social media platform but TikTok. It does not exist. The law punishes the App Store if they provide it. So they have not been given any type of directive from our president to say that we will not punish you if we put it back, if you make it available in your stores, your app stores, okay? So understand that. So it is still banned. And TikTok has not sold it to Meta at all. They're just using their servers in order to, I guess, they'll stay online. Okay, maybe that was the agreement that they gave. Allegedly, it had been kicked back. Let me see. Let me do some quick research. And I'm assuming that he has not yet, he has done nothing when it comes to the TikTok. And there's really nothing that the president can do to reverse it. Okay. And we're going to get into the reason why he cannot. Okay. So, okay, let me get myself together. TikTok is still banned because it's a law that they are banned. It was signed by our president, um, our former president, Joe Biden. Okay. And those who hate Trump, y'all always want to bring up the fact that he started the talks about TikTok being banned, but he was not the one who banned it. Just let's understand it. Let's understand that the ban happened under Joe Biden. He signed it. He could have vetoed it, but he did not. Now, from what I heard, allegedly, that TikTok ban was grouped into another law or group of bills that were passed, and once he signed that, that's how Congress kind of snuck it in. But then that tells me that the president doesn't really read the bills that he's getting before he signs them. Or because it could have been grouped in some bills that he agreed with and he signed a TikTok, then he probably would have thought, to get this, in order to get this, I'm going to go ahead and sign it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Well, boy, was he wrong. I'm assuming. I don't know for a fact. I have not researched it to see if anybody have done an interview with Joe Biden to that will describe the reason why he chose to go ahead and sign that bill. We don't know. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's my assumption. But it's still banned, child, and we should have as much fun as we had it for now, because all it takes for Trump to enforce the ban is for China to get on his nerves, or China not liking these tariffs. They might snatch it anyway. Even though the company is not owned by China, it is a Chinese entity. Okay, but they might decide that, that's how you want to do? I thought we want to work together. And see, this is kind of what Trump was talking about. Like, say, and we already know that Trump wants to push these tariffs and have these other countries pay for, what they owe to America, you know what I'm saying, and inciting these tariffs to get products from America, if I'm correct, allegedly. So I want to put allegedly. And before I go further, everything I'm doing on both TikTok, YouTube, and that fan base is for entertainment purposes. I am not an official website. I am not a journalist at all. These are my personal opinions held by me. Okay? Nobody else. Just understand that this is all for entertainment purposes. Okay? Okay, now moving on. So yes, TikTok is still banned, and there's nothing that Trump could do about it. Again, like I said, I will show you later. Now moving on to Snoop Dogg and Nelly performing at the inaugural. Some of y'all is not happy about that, child. Oh my goodness. Snoop has been the biggest one dragged for this, because back in the first time Donald Trump was running and Chrisette Michelle performed for the Donald inaugural, where is she? I haven't seen her since. I have not seen Chrisette Michelle since then. Okay, y'all? Oh, child. So she was extremely dragged for that performance because she performed for Donald Trump, because he was viewed as a racist. I have my opinions about that. I don't believe he's racist. I believe he's classist, and all of y'all will find out. All of you all will find out. And I'm talking about my Caucasian brothers and sisters. Y'all are going to be the ones that's going to be more hurt when you realize that he don't care about you either. Okay? At all. it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Trump will work with you if you black and you got money, okay? Because for him, that is prosperity. That's somebody who's a winner. If you're making money, then you a winner, okay? Or you have some type of power or influence, you're a winner, and he can use you, okay? If you allow him. So I feel like Snoop Dogg felt some type of way. He bragged. He said, "What coon is gonna?" They showed the videos of what he said. Over 10 years or so ago when Trump first won, and he was really referencing Chrisette Michelle as a black person that is performing at the inaugural. This is the president now, okay, and now for him to do it, that doesn't look good, but Auntie is going to come correct here. Like as I was deleting all my videos and pictures from Facebook, I found a video where I said the same thing. Well, not as far as the performing, but I said something about Trump being a racist person. Okay. And I don't feel the same as I did over a decade ago. I don't. Okay. I come to realize that there's a lot of, I think I was just saying that I feel like I was saying that because he ran as a Republican, not because he did anything that I know of personally that is directly racial targeted. Okay. One could bring up the fact of the emancipated six, the young men that went to jail for allegedly essaying a woman in Central Park. And a lot of people feel like Donald Trump's call to reinstate corporal punishment, the death penalty for someone like this is seen as a racist situation, not as a factor of possibly that a man sees something heinous happen to a woman, and he's believing that the police have found these people according to news and according to not the defense attorney, I can't think of the name, what are the attorneys for the state? They are not attorney generals. They are, I can't think of it right now. If anybody is in the chat on TikTok or anywhere, please put it in the chat. But that attorney is the one who lied and said that these are the people when they really were not. Maybe even the police officers was involved, but they lied. He went on the information that was told to the public, and it touched him to the point that he wants somebody to pay for it. Okay. And just because we have been, dare I say, a little lame as a people and didn't demand the same thing when heinous acts happen against our women of color and black women and women of color, that's two different things. I'm a black woman. A woman of color is Kamala Harris. Okay, that means you're not an African American. You were not descendants of slaves. You just have some melanin. That's what of color means. You have melanin. You not white. Okay, that's all that means. Okay, I am a black woman, a black American that allegedly, per the narrative for decades, am an ancestor of slaves. Okay, but how do we get here about talking about Nelly and Snoop performing? How do I feel? I feel no ways. I did put a conspiracy theory in TikTok algorithm this week and said that is it possible all this time we have these black celebrities and celebrities saying vote blue, but all the while they're voting red because they're voting for their pockets and their tax money. Okay, they're not, but they want us regular Joe Schmoes to vote blue because what? We need the programs and stuff. In actuality, we don't. Okay, he said we don't. We don't. Okay, because we formed Black Wall Street without any welfare in place. Okay, we built Rosewood without any welfare in place. Okay, so I don't feel any type of way. I do feel that Snoop stands on it. I haven't heard that he's come back and tried to defend his position or his new position, and I suggest that he stay that way. I don't feel any type of way. Nelly, and then people, what gets me the most is that how people go back to when we liked Trump, okay, to the song, let me in now, let me in now, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, let me in now. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, like, I'm about to be rich. You let me into the rich man's club. Okay. Let us stop playing and acting like we didn't like Donald Trump as a people, black people, okay? But we're quick to say, call him racist because he ran as as a Republican, okay? Well, he ran the race that he's always voted. He's always been a Republican. Some people say he was a Democrat. No, he hung out with Democrats. There was a time where there was not this great divide between the Democrats and the Republican voters. Okay, we can disagree on policies and still be friends. But when did it become like pick a side? West Coast or East Coast? What? Oh, because I believe that we might a law is outdated that and you feel like, oh, we still need this. We're not here now. Come on now. So I hope it was worth it for, I don't really, I feel like Snoop is not going to have the backlash that Chrisette had, nor Nelly. Get your money, do what you got to do. And it's none of my business why you did it. You performed. Oh, well, we shouldn't be looking up to these rappers or whatever. We should be looking up to God. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, shoot, to be honest with you. Okay. Now, those of you who are disappointed, I'm so sorry that y'all were disappointed in Big Snoop Dogg. I don't know what made you think that he wasn't a fence rider. Snoop has been a fence rider for years. Okay. And that's what Kendrick Lamar was talking about in his GNX whacked out mural. He said with these backhanded compliments. I said, yeah, you saying like you the king. Snoop is talking about what's his Kendrick Lamar is the new king of the West. Meanwhile, you posting Taylor Made. That's a backhanded compliment. You calling me the king, but you riding for my opposer? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if that was not AI on Drake's song, and it was actually Snoop. And he knew all along. Just saying. Okay. Now let's get into, because this is going to be like the main topic, talking about the presidential directives. These presidential directives. Understand, I did a little bit of research on what a presidential directive is. Where did I put it? Okay, according to ASPR, or the Administration of Strategic Preparedness and Response.gov. So this is a government entity. It says that a executive order or a presidential directive is specific for it's a specific form of an executive order that states the executive branch's national security policy and carry out the force and effect of a law. So basically, it has the strength of a law being passed in Congress. Okay. Oh, welcome in, whoever's here on Fanbase. Welcome in and stick around for a while. Okay, so it has a presidential directive has the power of a law. Okay, and it states the requirements for the executive branch. Over time, presidentials have used different names for it. They've called it presidential directives. It's called executive orders. These type of things, and they have different things. Hey, how you doing? Lovely, love it. Okay. Welcome in, fan base. I see you. I see you. That's right. Thank you for the thumbs up. So the directive has the power of a law, but understand that the Congress is the only branch of our government that has the power to create a law. Okay. And that consists of hundreds of people between the House of Representatives and the Senate. Okay. Them together form the Congress. And they have to go through all these hundreds of representatives and senators to vote on that to make a bill turn into a law. Let me recommend the old school video called Bill. It's only a bill. I'm trying to think of how a bill is made into a law video. It was conjunction function. Anybody remember that song? Conjunction function, what's your function? And these were like little snippets in the 80s and late 70s, and maybe a little bit into the 90s, maybe the beginning of the 90s, where there was this animation that talked about different things that, it was a learning, thing. And I forgot what it was called. Schoolhouse Rock. That's what it was. Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know who prayed for me to remember that or said it, but yes, that's it. That's it. Schoolhouse Rock. There you go. Fan base for the win. I see you. Okay. Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill. Now, I'm hoping this you can hear this. I don't know if YouTube is going to commercial. Oh, what y'all call ads is commercials. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Can y'all hear that? Okay. I know on TikTok I can, and on Fanbase I can. You can hear it. Yes, I only will. Let y'all know about school outside. Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole thing because I only have about 20 more minutes to go for this morning chat. But as a child, I remember watching these in between cartoons. I used to love that song too. I'm only a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Sitting on Capitol Hill. And basically, it tells us that it's not an easy process. So, a lot of you that is getting stirred up about what the president did on television, it was designed to get your emotions caught up. Okay? Understand that that's how he works. You know, he's been on TV for a long time. Okay. So he knows how to work your emotions. You could tell because of how those people ran up on January 6th. He stirred their emotions. Don't get it twisted. He incited it, but why is he being punished for stupidity of other people? Anyway, we're not going there. We're talking about these directives that he signed on television. A lot of people are in an uproar. A lot of people are concerned about the civil rights overturn. Baby, let me tell you again, civil rights is an act, aka a law. Just like the ban on TikTok is a law. It was signed into a law. According to which one, the USA government, USA.gov. It tells you that Congress is the only one that can create or change a law. Okay. According to Obama White House.gov, the executive branch can form this executive orders, but it cannot overturn a law. It cannot. So those of you that's in an uproar about some of the things that was announced on television and Trump signed, one, the chances of it happening within his 4 years is low. It is low. It's not slow, but low. Because it takes time. Because the only one that can overturn a law that has been signed by our president at the time is Congress. Okay. Now, is it possible that these laws or these directives can become an actuality? It's possible because at the time, the Congress is majority Republican. That means there's less Democrats that would vote against this than Republicans. Now, our only possible holdout in making it a law is if you have Republicans that's not as far right with Trump, or I mean, it's left, whichever side they're on. I don't know, but it's not as what's like, no, bro, that ain't going to float. That's not going to float. I don't think that's going to be good. My constituents don't want that. Period. So if you want to change and you want to make it harder for for the president to make these directives come to pass, you need to get on your local vote game hard and make sure that your senator and your congressman that is representing you in the Congress of the United States of America is voting for stuff that you approve of. Okay. So all of you, we've been trying to fight Trump by having a president that is completely opposed. And it worked for 4 years. We had Biden. Okay. But the real power when it comes to laws that is being created in this country is in your senator and your congressman. Okay? It is in your senators and your congressmen of your state. Okay? So if you really want to make your voice heard, you make sure your senator and your congressman represents the majority of, your what you feel. Okay? You got to do it. Okay? Let's stop thinking president. And then it's funny how a lot of people talk about, oh, Trump wants to be authoritarian, but we act like he is one. We act like the president is the king of America, and he is not. He shares his power. The executive branch shares his power with the judicial branch and the legislative, which is your Congress, the legislative, and your courts, that is the judicial. So he does not have full power. Don't give it to your fear, okay, of this. Congress is the only one that can make laws. And did you know if the president vetoes a bill, the Congress can override that veto. So the lawmakers is the ones that you want to let them know, oh, vote for that if you want to. You will not be in your seat next time. So let's get into, let's make it a regular thing. So what they say, let's make it normal, let's get into our local, who's represented us, because they're the ones that's making the laws, not the president. Let them know. And don't assume that just because your representative is Republican, that he's not looking out for you. Because I've had personal friends and family who don't necessarily want our president to be Republican, but their local governor or congressman has been very much about representative, and they have been Republican. Okay. I have a family member who said that, oh, I don't like Trump, but my Republican governor is the best. He's been really looking out for our state. Okay. So don't get caught up in these government games. Okay. Make your decision on a person, even if they're a representative or a president, based off of who they are, not who they hang out with and all that other stuff. Add it, but you know what I'm saying? That's that. Come on now. Okay, do some homework. Google is free. If you have a smartphone, you can Google, get some information. If it has .gov at the end and it's talking about a government information, it's probably trustworthy. Okay, trustworthy information. Okay, just get in your bed and study. Okay, let's really show them. Let's not concentrate on the president so much, because that's exactly what Trump wants. He wants you to look at him. That's why he's doing all this. It's impressive at first. I gotta admit, I was a bit impressed that he did everything on television. And Biden would not have done that because they don't want it. I don't believe. But he did everything on television, and it's impressive. But it also is powerless if he's talking about overturning a law. Okay, it is there to make you scared, to make you think that civil rights is about to be over with. Okay, so like I said, I was going to tell you the fact that Trump cannot overturn a law. So with that being said, his directives, Trump didn't do a goddamn thing to save TikTok. It was all an antic, just like that shot on the ear. Okay, it was all antics. We got we have a celebrity, just like when we had Reagan. We have a celebrity as a president, and he's going to do things that's going to be salacious. Manage your emotions, do your homework, and let's ride out this 4 years. Okay, trusting in God. Okay. All right. So that's all I really have for you right now. I would like to have this last few minutes that I have to, if you had any questions, you can ask Auntie. So if there's any questions in TikTok, and right now I don't see any views here on YouTube, but I'm going to go ahead and leave the floor open for any comments, any questions for Auntie. Okay? All right. All right. So, with that being said, since I'm at the last 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and shut you off. Thank you, YouTube. For those who are watching this later, thank you for watching it on the rewatch, and put your comments in there. At the In my description for YouTube, you have the websites that I use to understand directives. They're in the description of YouTube. Okay. Also, I have ways if you want to support um, this page, this show, this idea of mine called According to Akara. There is opportunities to show your love here on YouTube. Okay. Also, if you have any ideas, my email address is according to Akara. That's AKARA podcast at gmail.com. Write any ideas to me there. Please put in the subject section according to Akara, ATA, hey auntie, something to let me know that this is an email from you, okay, regarding any questions that you want me to ask or answer on YouTube, okay? Again, that is according to Akara podcast at gmail.com. Any ideas, any information, any new news that you want me to talk about on the morning chat on Saturdays, and I believe that I'm going to keep it at 11 o'clock a.m. Arizona time, or aka Mountain Standard Time. And we do not observe the daylight savings time. We do not observe that. So, with that being said, I will see you later, YouTube, until I can get me a good program that I can see things. I'm working on it. I'm working on bettering my program. All right. All right. Bye, YouTube. Bye bye.